start is up. It's a very fair starting line. There's the 77, the 39 of Coquinos with the red gear. He's got a good jump. Coquinos comes around the first turn, and it is Justin Coquinos laying it down. He's got Jackson Gray right behind him. How about that? We were just talking about these guys.
That's what I like to see right there. Hometown, like to see him up front.
Coquinos out front, the 53 sets it in right below him, and that is Christopher Blackmere. He's having himself a heck of a first couple of days here at the ranch. So you're first and second in the first moto. They run first and second, and look who just creeps in behind you. You got to look out for this guy. It's Brian Spencer. Oh, rider's down.
Oh, big one
in
right
the Ten
there.
Commandments. They jump out of the way. They're trying to step away from the bike. Think about it for a moment. They got to do that inventory like we talked about. Like, hey, does my fingers work, my arms, my legs, my back? And if you're Brian Spencer, do your eyes work? And unfortunately, they're not going to work. You know,
the time.
Everybody wants to say hello to Brian Spencer, our good friend. He's a blind motocross fan, and he's one of the most intense fans you will find of our sport. Brian's just one of my dear friends. He's still ugly, no way around it, Brian. No doubt.
It's nice to see Blackmore in this position. He was in there yesterday and unfortunately had a little tip over, but let's hope he holds on and stays up front. I mean, he finished second, but he had to battle back up to that, so it'd be nice if he can maintain this and stay there the whole moto.
Yeah, Luke Kalitzian, that is a name that we have seen. He's from way out east your way as well, but he's been training out in California, and man, has it made a difference. Let's take a look, see what happened. The Ten Commandments, one rider goes sideways, shoots him right off of the racetrack. He's going to just run out of the way. And this other rider, I believe that is Jackson Gray, barely gets through that. Wow, he's going to have a story to tell. But that KTM rider, unfortunately, flies off the racetrack as well. So what an unbelievable replay there. Yeah, Jackson Gray went right through the smoke there.
Talk about threading the needle.
Sure enough. So Gray way back, though, in about the 10th or 11th spot. Your leader's coming through. Justin Coquinos will get credited with the whole shot. He still leads it right now. Christopher Blackmere, I believe, was in the number 2 spot, slips back 1 spot as Luke Kalitzian will get him. So some of your guys, all your guys are up. Like, for the most part, these are all your locals almost, right?
Yeah, definitely happy to see that.
So Blackmere, where is Christopher from? He is from... We're just going to do this real time here. The number 53, Christopher Blackmere, is from Michigan. So East Coast representing here, although that's considered kind of the Midwest now, Michigan maybe.
Yeah, I mean, the position Coquinos is in right now, I've always kind of argued what's harder, getting that whole shot, staying out front and managing that pressure behind you, or being in the position of number 36 right now and having to manage that push to get past him. Sure. I mean, both hard jobs, and I'm anxious to see who pulls through.
Well, I'll tell you this, Luke Kalitzian has nothing to lose with that 35th, 38th finish. He has no pressure. He knows he's out of the championship. He just wants to run down your leader, Justin Coquinos. Coquinos has the pressure, but I think I would want that pressure. I've already won the first moto, so I know I can do it. I would rather do that than need the help of other people to win this thing.
Yeah, definitely. Pressure can be good sometimes.
Sure, brings the best out of some, and it will expose others. Luke Kalitzian right there behind. Look how tall he is, just ramping right around that big sweeper. Kalitzian going after Coquinos. Coquinos a long-time rider here at the ranch. We've been saying his name since he's been on the 65s.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see that people start young and roll right up through. Lifelong success is an awesome thing to see, and while the ranch doesn't always define it, it's a good thing to put on the resume, that's for sure.
I couldn't agree more. And that's why they put so much stock into this race. The track is rough. The motos are long. They give you 3 motos to sort it all out. It's not a shorter 4-lap race. If you can win here, usually translate to success everywhere else. One of our riders getting pulled off through the 10 Commandments, that was the rider that went down. He's done for the day. Man. Look at the battle out front now, Cassie. We've got something cooking.
For sure. The number 36 riding that inside line, pushing the envelope. Coquinos has some major pressure. Let's see if he can hold this inside here and keep that lead. But, I mean, if we're only 4 minutes in, this is going to be a long rest of the race if this is how it's going to be.
Yeah, and now if you're Justin Coquinos and you know Kalitzian's not in the points, do you want to get tangled up with this guy? Do you want to go down and throw away a championship?
It's one of those mental games and decisions he's going to have to make. I mean, if it's me, I don't know if I'm going to push the envelope. I mean, I'm going to ride my race, but if he gets by, I'm not going to let it beat me up. I'm going to do what I have to do.
There's nobody in view there. That's how comfortable this lead is. You can just almost meld this thing in if you're Coquinos, but it's hard to tell a racer that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the top 10 come across the finish line this round and see what type of lead they've already built this early in the race.
It's got to be a full 6 seconds or so. Now Kalitzian will take over the point. Let's reset the field. It's Kalitzian out front, Coquinos second. Christopher Blackmere is third. Eddie Nora Jr. fourth. Spencer Winter is fifth. Hunter Cross sixth. McCoy Bruff is seventh. Drake Bailey is eighth. Alex Jorgensen is ninth. And Bryce Hammond in 10th. Take a look at Bryce Hammond when he comes by here. I know I've talked about this kid before, but I want you to just tell me what stands out when you see the number 42 of Bryce Hammond comes by. I'll cue you here in a minute as our leaders now coming by. They're way back in the sand section. Look at Khalisian. He's able to ride that stuff good. He is a guy that we really didn't talk about inside the top 10 until he went out and trained in California. And I don't know what's in the water out there. They got that guy riding the bike really well.
Looks like it's paid off because it looks like he might have laid the pass down on Kokinos, which just what we were talking about. Kokinos might be, doing what he can, managing that long-term championship. That's one that doesn't matter. So a second place, nothing to complain about.
Heck no, look at that. So Kokinos, they'll have about a 6 or 8 second lead. There's nobody in sight. Kokinos can just literally manage this race. He's got no one pushing him, and the championship could come into focus. So there is Luke Kalitzian. Not the greatest of first motos, but man, oh man, he's showing you what he's capable of doing. Luke Kalitzian finished 39th place, so that's almost a DNF.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I mean, something we've always talked about is that, you can't win this overall championship in the first moto, but you sure as heck can lose it, and that's a bummer for him.
Take a look at the number 42 right here. That's Bryce Hammond. He is the tallest rider ever to make it to Loretta Lynn's.
He does look pretty darn tall on that bike right now.
I'm going to go ahead and mark that. He is the tallest rider ever, for sure, in the B class. I interviewed him at Mammoth Mountain Motocross. He comes in at 7 feet tall, literally. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. He is a 7-foot tall motocross rider, and he is fantastic. Bryce Hammond now up to 8th.
That's an impressive thing. I mean, you look at some of these past pro riders. I mean, once again, speaking back home, Jimmy D is not a big guy.
Oh, he's the opposite
so I mean,
of tall.
to see that variation of these riders still being out here, still being successful, despite the genetics they've been given, let's call it.
Yeah, I mean, if that guy wanted to go play basketball right now, he could leave that motorcycle right now and go to Korea and play for the rest of his life.
Impressive.
Bryce Hammond, a 7-foot tall master on the motocross. He's on the number 42 KTM out of California, I believe is where he's from. The 42 out of Pleasanton, California, 18 years old. Where do you get boots if you're 7 feet tall that even go over your ankle? Because when you're 7 foot, an Alpine Star probably doesn't even go over the ankle.
He's got like the Tech 7S look, the little kiddo boots, but with the regular Tech 10s.
Like that. Yeah. They look like the pit bike boots there on him. He's like barely, you got something over the ankle? They're like 19 inches tall, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Hopefully he's got a good hookup with a sponsor there that maybe can get a little extra height on him for him.
Yeah, so our producers, if you can hunt down the 42 for just a minute, let us know when you find him, because I just want the folks at home to see. The kid doesn't look that tall. When I saw him ride, I'm like, I mean, you're tall, but like 7 feet tall. You would think, oh my Lord, he's all over the bike. But man, he's got great form. He flies, obviously. He's in 8th place. The number 42, that's Bryce Hammond. We'll try to hunt him down, but we're watching now the Kawasaki ride. I believe that's Nora Jr. and McCoy Bruff. Maybe the 88 is Eddie Nora Jr. and Bruff right there behind him. Yes, he has to duck under the trellis. He can high-five that thing as he comes underneath it. He's able to fix all the light bulbs that light up all his local Supercross tracks. He just reaches up there and unscrews one and puts a fresh one in there for him.
Awesome.
There's your lead, or there's Bryce Hammond going over the Tunnel of Love and right by the billboards there.
I mean, let's talk about this time of day. I mean, looking out there, the track looks good, but the track looks rough. I mean, what a great time for a moto. Midday, not too early, got to get up, eat your breakfast, get your day started, but not too late either where the track's really broken down. Unfortunately, looks like we've got a rider down out before the mechanics area.
That
That's a bummer.
Might have been him. That was him.
Oh.
No, that's the number 15. I take that back. That was Drake Bailey. He finished 9th in the first moto, and Drake was running 8th just then. So there is the number 42, Bryce Hammond. For those of you at home, that is a 7-foot motocross rider, and that bike doesn't look like, I don't know if he's got the high seat foam there and the low foot pegs, and
they've done something for him because
the big bicycle tires from the 1800s on that thing. I don't know. But that's Bryce Hammond, super talented kid, very nice young man. Very tall young man. There he is. 7 feet tall. I interviewed him. He was 6'8" sitting down. I'm like, man, how tall are you? And he goes, I'm 7 foot. I am, because it's just so unusual. Jimmy Button looks so tall, and he's not even in the stratosphere of this guy. He's got different weather up there. Is it raining up there? All right, we continue to watch, I believe, the number 25 of Spencer Winter, and the number 88 is Eddie Nora Jr. on that Kawasaki. That's a great battle there.
And with this battle that we're taking a look at now, I mean, granted that it's for, the 5th and 6th place spot, that's an important place to be right now. Those 5th and 6th, that one position could play a big role when it comes down to making those math equations at the end of this for those overall positions. So
yeah, and let's check in with the number 88 of Eddie Nora Jr. Just finished outside the top 10. He finished 11th, so this is a good ride for Eddie. He's in the number 5 spot, battling with Spencer Winter. Winter is coming. There's a nice Game of Thrones reference there. He's a White Walker for sure back there in the number 6 spot by the billboards. I got to go check the billboards to see if Jason Wygant's face is on there. You think he made the cut? I doubt it.
Yeah.
Seriously doubt that. They would not want to defame that. But we're watching that number 88 of Eddie Nora Jr. And look at that. Winter is on the move.
Man, this is really nice to see the inside. Oh, both trying to get to that inside line. Looks like the number 88 pulled through on that, but Winter is not giving up. He is just shuffling left, shuffling right, trying to make that line work. He is pushing the envelope, and it looks like through the 10 Commandments here, he might have made that stick. We'll see when they come to the inside line at the end here.
He wasn't able to triple, though. Did you notice that? He was out of rhythm there. The number 88 of Eddie Nora Jr. was able to triple. Winter could not do it. And that was the difference there, but he's not going away.
No, he's not. He's in this for the long run, and with just passing the halfway mark of this race, there's still plenty of time to make this happen for them. Let's do a quick rundown of the top 10 here. In 10th place, we've got Bloxham. 9th place, we've got Allen. 8th place, we've got Cross. 7th, we've got Hammond. 6th, we've got Winter. And starting your top 5 is going to be the Nora Jr. In 4th place, we've got the Bruff Rider. In 3rd, we've got Blackmer. 2nd, we've got Coquinos. And number 1, we've got Kalitzian. Khalisian. Sorry for my misspeak there.
That's tough. That's a tough name, man. I had to hear it a few times, too. Kalitzian. I think Don Collins schooled me on that. He schooled me a few times. He'll text me during the day. He goes, yeah, you're blowing that name, bro. You're messing it up. I'm like, hey, thanks for being honest with me.
Yeah.
He taught me how to say AJ Catanzaro, bro. Like, that's my guy. Like, come on.
Yeah, sometimes you got to match the accent, too. Robbie Marshall. We got Robbie Marshall.
Yeah. Marshall in the caves. Mike Treadwell in the caves. Oh, he's not even from that area, but whatever. All right, we're picking up with our leader. It is still Luke Kalitzian. He's 3 seconds out front of Coquinos, and look at that. A 20-second lead for between 2nd and 3rd. That is Coquinos and Blackmer. So that's exactly what Coquinos needed to do there.
If I remember correctly, that's kind of the deficit where they were at yesterday as well when the checkered flag flew. So he's definitely holding on and putting on a show here for everyone.
Hey, big thanks to Andrea Lee from On Track School. She drops off some lunch for everybody. Very, very thoughtful of Miss Andrea Lee here. And that's why she is the Dean of Awesome over there at On Track Schools. Those were flown in from where? From Philadelphia? Oh, from California. Just helicoptered in there. There is the 42 Bryce Hammond. Look, I mean, you get an idea of how tall that kid is when he comes barreling by.
Yeah.
He had to duck under that tractor. Wow. So there's the 88 of Eddie Nora Jr. And a good ride for McCoy Bruff in the number 4 spot.
Honestly, Blackmer's holding a good position here, too. I mean, 2nd yesterday, 3rd today. That's what you like to see.
Man, I don't know. Did Blackmer get passed by McCoy Bruff on that Kawasaki just in front of him? Because there's Blackmer on the 53. We had him in 3rd, but I believe Bruff might have gotten him.
Does look like that may be the case at this point.
Can't tell the numbers.
Yeah, that does look like that's what's happening out there.
All right, so McCoy Bruff making some work. Man, they got a great family. 3 kids, all of them racing. I don't know that we've ever had 3 brothers in the pro sport class, and I believe that is the case. And one of them just got a bike not long ago, says, I'll jump in there and race with you guys. I'll just qualify. I mean, I wish I could just at a whim go, I'll just jump in there and qualify at Loretta Lynn's. It's not that easy for me.
Yeah, special shout out to their mom. Holy moly, seeing the stress on these moms' faces when there's 1 kid on the track, never mind 3 in the pro sport class at that. I mean, highest level you can get.
You know what though? They have such a good attitude. It's just that's not the way they're just here to have a great time. They run a great organization. They run the RMX series out west. So they handle Mesquite and some stuff out in Utah, some arena crosses. So they know the drill. They know they're here. They've forgot more races than they've been to. So there it is, the number 34 of McCoy Bruff on that Kawasaki. I asked him, because I watched him ride when I went out to Mesquite over Thanksgiving. I was like, your kids race at Loretta's? He goes, oh, yeah, we top 10 pretty much every year. I'm like, well, maybe I'm just not saying your name right. It's Bro, right? He goes, no, it's Bruff. I said, well, that's why I don't know who you are, because I don't know how to say your name right. To start, there's our leader, the 36, Luke Kalitzian. handling business right now.
Yeah, he is looking really strong out there right now.
Check that lap time, a 1:59, and he did it on lap 2, as did Coquinos. Fastest lap was a 1:58. He just turned a 1:59 on lap 7 deep into this moto, so that tells me he's got the fitness dialed in. That 39th first place moto, obviously, he must have hit the deck.
Yeah. Bummer to hear that that's how his first moto went. But you know what? Good for him. I mean, unfortunately with that title being out, but you know what? Right here, sponsors are proud, parents are proud, and you know what? He deserves to be proud too. I mean, this is a big accomplishment.
Oh, absolutely. Winning a moto here, even if you have a DNF, getting a whole shot here is cool. Those are like benchmarks. If I get a whole shot, if I could win a moto, get under the 10th, finish top 10, those are cool things that everybody has their own little goals, certain levels you think you can reach.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
Under 5 minutes to go here with Luke Kalitzian and the rest of the gang here in moto number 17. It's their second moto, the college 18 to 24 class. Get college credits here. Is this an AP course here? What would you consider the course credit here? What degree are they working on?
Oh man, the degree is going to be the degree of
difficulty.
Awesomeness, let's call it. I mean, I don't know. They've got it all here. I mean, I keep circling back, but it's not just the physical talent here. I mean, they've got it all, and it's impressive to see them riding at this level here. A bummer to see Alessio Sasso back in 40th place, if I remember correctly. He had a pretty good finish. Yeah, yesterday he finished 7th. Hope he's okay. I know we saw that rider go down on the 10 Commandments and everything. Yeah, that's a bummer. It's not what we like to see out here.
So there's your leader working his way through the 10 Commandments. He'll double, then triple, triple again, double out. So, man, that's the best way to get through. 2, 3, 3, 2. And he's picking the right lines, getting through the traffic here. This midday lunchtime crowd here.
Yes. Looks like
Speaking of lunch, Andrea Lee from On Track Creations, or On Track School, dropping off some lunch for us. They've got a big graduation taking place here for all their online homeschool students there. They got a big group of folks that they have run through that program.
Yeah, I actually just learned about that program last year when I was here, and I was pretty impressed by it. Larry Fortin, someone up from my way, was graduated, and it was nice to see the accomplishments. And I mean, no cooler place to walk across the stage than at Loretta Lynn's ranch.
And her son is Michael Leap, so he is an accomplished rider. He's raced Supercross, he's raced here, he's won a title here. She is a teacher, and she saw the void in our schools and for riders and doing it online, and she just wasn't satisfied with the products that were out there, so she went out and got her own, created her own. It's all accredited. So if you're thinking about homeschooling, I would 100% consider talking to Miss Andrea Leap. She is located right there on the vendor row going up into the arena there. So stop by and see On Track Miss Andrea Leap and just talk to her about it if you're considering it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe they've got a Ken Roxon jersey raffle going on over there as well, which is pretty awesome. Those are not an easy jersey to get. So definitely stop over there and check her out. But looks like we've got 2 minutes left on the race clock here. Not sure if we've already seen the 2-lap flag or if we're coming up to it, but
we'd have to be getting close. There is our leader. We're watching him. He is slicing through the field here, the 36 of Kalitzian. Let's get a look at the top 10. It's Kalitzian, Coquinos, and McCoy Bruff. He is going to get to talk to Rodney Tomlin in the number 3 spot. Christopher Blackmere is 4th. Spencer Winter is 5th. Bryce Hammond all the way up to 6th. Hunter Cross is 7th. Eddie Nord and Brian DeRuiter 8th and 9th. And Riley Allen rounds out your top 10. And just outside, I have to say his name, it's Boston Boots. He's in 11th. And Jackson Gray way back in 30th. He was up there in the hunt. He had a good first moto, having some problems in this one.
You know, we talk about track conditions often, but right now, looking at just like the weather, call it, no shadows on the track right now. The sun's not shining very bright. And I mean, definitely getting that contrast definition when you're going into those ruts, which is nice. It's definitely an advantage at this time of day.
Couldn't agree more. Probably the photogs like it here. It's not super bright, washing out their photos, a little bit of an overcast. I think maybe that's what they want. Looking for the white flag or 2-lap board here in just a moment. I'll try to catch it around that big. I mean, it is so rough. There's no smooth spot there. As Kalitzian's rear wheel, I saw both sides of it as he was heading straight towards us. And look at that. He just is all over the racetrack, and that's just the way you got to ride this place. I don't see anyone that's super smooth out there. It's just hard to be super clean.
Yeah, for sure. And I think if we are approaching the white flag here, which I believe we will, the top 3's kind of got stuff on lock. They just need to put in some nice clean lines and finish up that lap. And I think that the real battles are going to be like that 4th through 10th place positions, trying to finish things up strong.
Yeah, look at that. You can see it's 11 seconds back from first to second, 18 from second to third, 10 from third to fourth, and 20 back to our fifth place rider. And the checker flag is out. Your winner, Luke Khalisian, will bring it home. He finished 39th in the first moto. How about that for a recovery?
Definitely, I'm sure what he had his goal set to do, and I'm happy to see him achieve that. Coquinos with a 1-2. He's really set himself up good for that third moto coming later in the week.
So it's Kalitzian, Coquinos, Bruff, and Black Mirror. And Bryce Hammond climbs up to the number 5 spot. Good ride for him. And the rest of your top 10, it's Winter, Cross, Nora Jr., DeRuiter, and Allen rounding out our top 10. That's our college 18 to 24, moto number 2 in the books. We're going to get ready to send it down to Rodney Tomlin with our top 3. Rodney.
Well, another solid battle here in our college 18 to 24-year-old class as our Moto Gold winner, Luke Kalitzian, making his way here to the podium, ladies and gentlemen, as he grabs himself Moto Gold here at Loretta Lynn's for Moto number 2. Well, I tell you, man, seems like the week's going pretty decent for you about right now, huh?
Oh, turned it around this time. Leading up to this point, I've been riding great the whole time. I just had a mechanical on the first College Boy Moto and went down on the first lap of Pro. But speed's there the whole time. I'd just like to give a huge thanks to all the guys at Honda, Joe, Goose, Lars, my brother Jake, my dad. You know, we really figured this bike out and we're making progress, and I look forward to the rest of the week.
Awesome, man. It's always nice to get things turned around and heading in the right direction. So anybody else you need to send a shout out to?
My whole family, my brother for being my mechanic. He's awesome. All the guys from Honda, Liette, FMF, Russell, Bill, Mitchell Environmental Concrete, Moto E, Coach Robin Moto E, you're awesome, keeping me in shape. Clover Hill, Motool, JE Pistons, Factory Effects, ODI, W. All you guys are awesome. Smiles and Moto Club, all you guys are awesome.
There you go, Luke Kalitzian, ladies and gentlemen, taking the Moto 2 win, turning things around out here for himself. And we go to our second place position finish. I believe that's going to be Justin Coquinos. Justin going to pick himself up a silver medal award. All right, Justin Coquinos, congratulations to you grabbing the Stasic Stability Cycle Hole Shot Award as well. Put your hands together. Good ride. Talk about it.
Yeah, it was good. I finally got a hole shot. I beat the drag bike. Luke, I got you. I finally got you. He's gotten every single hole shot out here, I think. But I finally got a hole shot, and I led a few laps at the beginning, and then Luke was coming. He was riding good. I tried to stay with him for a little, and I was just trying to pace him out because he had a bad moto. He had a bike problem, so I knew I didn't really need to beat him. Obviously, I wanted to, but he was ripping, so I was just trying to play it smart and going to the third moto. So it was good.
Good moto, good day, and setting you up good for the end, buddy. So congratulations to you. Who do you want to say thanks to?
My mom, my dad, my sister, Factory Connection, Keith Johnson, Chris Canning. They helped me out a bunch coming up. MTF, Colleen, everyone. Fox, 60, Hutch Motorsports. Everyone else I forgot, thank you.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Coquinos taking a hole shot and silver medal here at Loretta Lynn's. Well, our bronze award goes to a rough and tough McCoy Bruff as he makes his way up here to the podium to celebrate third place here in Moto number 2. Trying to get back to podium presentation as he makes his way up. Exciting lap heading out for the 65cc class riders as they make their way off. We make our way here to talk to this young man. Go ahead and stand right here if you want to, McCoy. So first, I mean, congratulations to you. Awesome ride out here, and you've really staked some pretty good claims here at Loretta Lynn's this year, it looks like.
Yeah, thank you. I'm trying. I just don't know how to start. That's my only issue.
Well, you're getting the end of the race more and more figured out. This third place position finish. Tell us how it came down.
I mean, I started mid-pack. It was better than my first moto start, but I think I was too slow making passes, and then you can't win if you start behind 20th.
No doubt, man. So you're at least figuring out the passing. I mean, and a lot of people, say it's tough to pass out here at Loretta's, but when you're coming from 20th up to third like that, that's pretty impressive, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of lines out here, so passing is okay, but by the first 3 turns, if you're not in the front pack, you're 20 seconds back already.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So you got your work cut out for you. So who do you want to say thanks to for helping get you this far?
RMX Series, Fast Company, Scott, Fly, 891 Suspension. I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of people. WPS. And that's all I can think of right now.
There you go. McCoy Bruff taking home the bronze, ladies and gentlemen, here in the college 18 to 24-year-old class.